Good afternoon, my dear student. As you know that in my last class I already started the chapter of migration. So today also we are continuing with this chapter. That last time we have discussed what are the reasons of migrations and what are the push factors that is responsible for it. Now today I discuss about the pull factors of migration. Now what are the pull factors? The first is the job opportunity. That when sometime the peoples will attract when they get the better job opportunity into the other area. That time they have to migrate into the places. The second is a better living condition. Sometimes the peoples, those are living in the village area, they are feeling some insecure that they are not getting some facilities like electricity, water supply, or the educational health facilities in a sufficient amount, good transportation, communication. So their living standard or their lifestyle is not good as the cities and town people. So sometimes they want to attract with the citizens city town lifestyle. So sometimes they have to migrate also for that reason. And the third is the political and the religious freedom. That in the village area, that the peoples they have to, those are the village area or sometimes in the cities and town where the peoples are pressurized by any of the political parties or in the religion that they have to take the particular religion. So on that time people they not get secure, feel secure. So they have to migrate from the place. And for the enjoyment, educational purpose or the better medical facilities, and also those are the active climate and weather. Sometimes people attract about the climatic condition. Suppose any peoples they are living, those are the area that near the desert portion or near the other areas where the peoples are not get the sufficient amount of the rainfall or where so peoples does not like to want to stay on that region. So people generally attract over those area and they have the moderate type of climate where the climatic condition is not too much hot, not too much cold, where the rainfall is occurred regularly. So these type of areas the people being attract on this. So that time also sometimes the migration is being occurred. And for the better medical care, you have to understand for the medicinal care, where the medicinal facilities are much better than in any area, is from the village to cities and town. So people generally have to migrate for the sometime for the medicinal purpose also, or for the health purpose also. And the family links. When some few family members they are living in the other area, few family members in the other portion, so sometimes they have to try to live together, or both the family they have to start to live together, or close from each other. That time they have to shift it or they have to migrate into any one places, so they can live together. And the better chance of marrying, from which area the people get better chance for the marriage, they can do that. They can also migrate for this reason also. And the stable economy, where the economic condition is much better, where the people they can able to earn the more amount of money. So these are the places are very preferable for the people to go and have to migrate. And the better housing facility or the political stability, where the housing facility is those are the facilities from the government onwards, or where the household area, where the society is much better. Those are places where the peoples they want to live. Either they can get the better facilities also from some region, for the better facilities also, the political facilities also, peoples they like to stay and they have to migrate. So from here also any 5 points I have to learn, and also these are the with their description, not only the point, that description why the peoples they have to migrate for the reason. So these things you have to learn properly. Now see the next turn in your page number in your books at page number 44. That here is given one of the important things that about the baby boomers. What is the baby boomers? That when the developed countries like US have to come, the immigrant labor and fulfill their labor needs will even the more in future. Then the country faces the mass retirement of the baby boomers. What are the baby boomers? Baby boomers means when the number of babies or the birth it will increase suddenly. That is called the baby boomers. When the number of increased amount of birth suddenly, that is called the baby boomers. So what is the baby boomers? That when the number of or the amount of the birth rate it will increase in a certain amount, that is called the baby boomers. Now the last area we are going to discuss that why the migration. That what are the factors that depend on the India that when the migration take place. That what are the major factors that is affected in the migration in India. What are the major factors? The first factor about the marriage. So in India we have the these are the religion wise they have the custom or the religion wise the responsibility that when the due to after the marriage all the girls or the women they have to be staying or they change their living address and they have to start to live with their husband. So sometimes for that reason also, the many peoples in a year, the lots of peoples, they have to migrate from one place to another place. And one area their population will be decreased and another area their population will be increased. So the first reason is for the marriage facility or for the marriage purpose. The second one is a better job opportunity. In India, the few states are there. They are where the job opportunities are being lots or the more. So where the people generally they want to go, they want to migrate. And the same way, few other states are there where the job opportunity are very less. So sometimes the peoples they have to migrate on those states that where they get the best amount of job facilities. And the third point is that the better educational opportunities. That educational opportunity means if anyone want to study for the higher education, all the universities and the colleges, they are not present in the cities and town in the same amount. Few states they have this type of subject or this type of opportunities, but all the state they doesn't have all the subject, all the popular universities and the colleges are located. So for that reason, for the educational purpose also, sometimes people they have to migrate from one place to another place, or from one place to another place they have to migrate for the educational purpose also. And the last one is the security. That the security means people where they feel secure. Sometimes if you not feel secure with your family, that time people not want to live up that place. They generally they have to leave the place, they have to leave the place and they have to went into the other place where the people not feel secure. Because every people's in their mind, within their life, they want to feel safe and they live in a peaceful life. But when you feel that I am not secure in this region, if anytime anything bad will happen with me, with my family, so people did not take any risk. So they have to migrate into the another place. So what are the factors that generally it's occurred the migration take place in India? The first one is the marriage. That the marriage system, according to the marriage system in a year, that many women they have to be migrate from one place to another place according to their rituals or their rules, that they have to stay with the husband with their husband in their house. And for that reason also many people's the migration take place. Second is the better job opportunities. In India, every places the job opportunities are not equal. Some area where the job opportunities are more, so people get the facility, but the most of the areas where the job opportunities are being very less, so people does not get any facilities on that region. And the third point is that where the educational facilities are much better, where the peoples get the proper education in which subject you want to study or in which college or university you want to study. If the college university is located in another cities and town or the another state, that time people have to be migrate for the educational purpose also. And the last one is that about the security. If the peoples are not feel secure in any place, that time people does not want to leave of that place. They definitely they have to leave the place and went into the another place. And on that time also, sometimes for the security purpose also, people have to leave the place and went to the another place. So these are the different reasons for the different reasons of migration that where in India it takes place. So I hope you have to understand all the points from here. And you have to read your books properly, you have to understand better. And the next day, we have to discuss about the impacts of migration. Thank you.